So one of the key things in the steel commodity business is that there is a continuous price fluctuation which happens on a daily basis, and the way people sell themselves is only by cutting down prices. Like you said, it's a very price sensitive business. A lot of players in this business have gone in and tried to create a differentiation by branding themselves, using brand ambassadors like a Salman Khan, Shah Rukh Khan, or whatever. But that model is also easily replicable. So, for example, one person hires Salman Khan, the other can have Akshay Kumar and Shah Rukh Khan. So again, it's not something which will give you a differentiation for a substantial period of time. One of the key things which we did was in our target markets, first we focused our target markets to the areas where we feel we are the most viable and we are most competitive, because logistics cost is a key cost component when it comes to the landed cost for the dealers. So earlier we were working with bigger distributors in the region and limited areas only. So what we did was we approached all the dealers in the target market rather than working with limited dealers. What we also did is try to create a win-win offer for the dealers where we can improve their ROI by a couple of things. One is guaranteed availability, assured supply lead times, and a long-term reward program called the Bandhan program. We were having a gold scheme which we ran for at least 2 years, where if you achieve certain targets, certain quantity targets within a period of time, you're going to get this much of gold. And for more targets, you are getting more points or more gifts or whatever. The problem in that was at the closer to the end where your program is supposed to lapse, the dealers, in order to fulfill their targets, would end up buying more because they just have to complete the target. The fact that they would end up buying more is they would increase the inventory. The next month, ultimately, the buying would come down because they bought extra during the previous month. Effectively, you were not increasing your sales. It was an optical illusion that the sales we are doing, we are increasing our sales. To the buyers, because they were getting similar schemes from all your competitors, they were chasing multiple targets at multiple times of during the year. So, with this non-lapsing of points, we've sort of developed a dream gift for the dealer which he would want to achieve in say 2 years, 3 years or 4 years. For a dealer, for example, getting a car in a period of 3 years, if he delivers that much of points, is something which is of a dream value for him. It's something which is going to change his entire social stature within the society in which he lives. So this dream gift within our Bandhan program is a significant differentiator for us. So one of the key things in TMT and structures is that there's a wide range of products. So within structures also you have maybe 20, 30, 40 different SKUs which you're supposed to supply. One of the key issues which we were facing was every time a dealer would give us an order, he wants a product bundle, like a basket of products within this range we are offering. And our plant mostly would have some sections there, some sections not there. And there was this continuous tussle happening between the marketing team and the production team to ensure that we roll as per what the customer wants. And we are just trying to chase something which we're not being able to achieve. So one of the key things we've achieved now is OTIF, on time in full, where we are targeting that we are going to have entire range available for both TMT and structures, and we are going to deliver on time to all our dealers. We've set an internal target of 48 hours of delivery from the time of order is when the shipment has to be dispatched from the market. Also, what we've done is we've added this day-to-day interaction with the dealers and a frequent ordering module where the dealers, rather than ordering whenever they want to order, we're going to allow them to order once a week or twice a week and try and give them smaller inventories, which will help them reduce the inventory which they are carrying in their shops and thereby cut down their overall investment in the business. Also, because of the price volatility, if they have lower inventory, the chances of them making stock losses on the inventory will also be reduced. First thing, fundamentally, any win for the dealer is itself a win for the company. Because unless you create a win-win situation, the dealers will not be coming back to you. What are we ultimately targeting? We are targeting the dealers to be loyal to us and they should keep ordering frequently with us. If as a company we help them increase their ROI by reducing their inventory and at the same time ensuring that they don't enter stock losses, they'll be loyal to us and they'll keep coming back to us. Also, for the company perspective, from the production operation side, maintaining 100% availability of SKU is very critical because we are able to service the dealer better. See, like you said, in a commodity business, price is something you can always compete on. Service is something which you need to develop over a period of time, which the dealers will always respect you for and come back to you for. So the dealer's loyalty is what is important for me, which is what we've targeted in doing now. So the first thing was, more than what we can go and sell to the dealers, convincing the internal team that this is what we need to do was the first hurdle. So getting the entire production team and the marketing team on board was very, very critical for us. Secondly, there was always a continuous tussle happening between the production team and the sales team. So we installed a program which was given to us by Vector called the Vector Flow, where we set up a buffer penetration norms. Once that was set up, the production team was producing whatever SKUs they have to produce based on the sales which was happening. So rather than trying to chase what the customer might want, we were only producing to ensure that stock availability is there. So the entire tussle between the production and marketing was eliminated. Also, when we went out to the market, we had to convince the dealers because they were always stuck onto the schemes which was provided by the competitors, which was finite. So a lot of interaction, hard work, continuous convincing the dealers to move to this new program was what was critical to us. And that mindset change is what took us the longest period of time. But yeah, that's what has helped us in the long run as well. The dealers initially had two apprehensions. Since we're working with bigger dealers, the biggest apprehension when we mapped out the entire market was in each area earlier we were giving only to one dealer. Suddenly we started giving to three dealers in the same area, and our primary dealer had a severe reservation that my sales will go down. It took us a lot of convincing. Sometimes personally I had to meet a couple of dealers, but the fact is that they realized that despite other dealers getting material from MSP, their share was also increasing. So it did not lead to a cut down in their sales also went up, and that is what practically happened, and we had to wait for a couple of months before they got it. Also, this delivery thing, there was definitely a lot of apprehension from the dealer side whether we will be able to achieve delivery within 48 hours or not. Definitely initial apprehensions were there, but when you continuously did that for the first 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, and they started getting delivery on time, is when the buy-in happened. Just by giving them empty promises, there will be apprehensions, but it's the consistent delivery over a period of time which made them convinced that yeah, this might just work. A person always tends to believe that I can always time the market well, which realistically doesn't happen over a period of 1 year. You might have short term gains, but when you average it over a period of 1 year, it doesn't really happen. So that's something which you have to convince the dealers on, and they realize, because in the last 2 years there was this COVID time and the market suddenly crashed. All the dealers who were carrying significant inventory from other competitors suffered losses during that period. Because the dealers were not carrying significant inventory, they realized that losses were much lesser. So somehow this COVID period for us was a boon, because they realized that it really helps not carrying excess inventory. I would say my availability earlier used to be 55-60%. It is now close to 97 to 100% availability of all SKUs at all points of time. One of the key complaints of our markets was delivery, and sometimes the dealers' orders were delivered after 7 days, 10 days because of either lack of SKU availability or lack of vehicles. Today, we are confidently assuring 48 hours of delivery, and from what we track every month, we are achieving that close to 98-99% in terms of on-time delivery. Also, our target market, which is the Chhattisgarh market, which is within a 200 kilometers area, our sales have definitely moved up from say around 800 tons to 1400 tons, which is close to 70-80% jump. And in terms of structures in our target area, the sales have doubled. So, yeah, in terms of volumes, in terms of availability, I think we've done phenomenally well. We've also managed to get some somewhat of premium in the market now, because once the dealers have started realizing that they're getting 100% availability on time, we've sort of managed to get close to a 7 to 10% premium as well on our pricing, and we're looking at increasing it to 20% now. I think we were earlier working, if I look at my one significant market, which is Chhattisgarh, we were working with 50 dealers. Today, on a frequent basis, we are selling close to 200 to 250 dealers, and we're looking at moving it to 400. I believe the production people's life and the sales team life has been made simpler, and definitely personally me requiring to keep getting the two departments together and handle the egos and try and come to a resolution between them has totally been eliminated. So I'm definitely not involved hands on anymore. Everything works like a clockwork mechanism. So one of the key things we realized that once we have this dealer network in place, we've sort of created a pipeline. Now we look at the dealer. So the dealer, apart from buying TMT and structures from us, what else is he buying from other people? We figure out he's buying something called rings. He's buying something called binding wire. So you already started these two products and we're supplying to the same market. We are now moving to pipes, and we're going to launch MSP pipes in the next 2 months, and realize that 80% of our dealers would be currently already keeping this product, or they're keen to keep this product because the target customer is the same. So as we are growing, we are trying to get the dealers to also grow with us. They will be either servicing the product they are already keeping, or we're going to help them even keep these products as well. So so that's what we're looking at now.